So my nephew from Calgary rode down on his Yamaha Stratoliner yesterday. Well, actually, he rode down Friday. And yesterday, we went for a ride. And this is the ride we went on. Now, the weather was really good for most of his ride out here, except when he got near to Kelowna, our weather shifted dramatically. And it stormed, thunder, lightning, torrential rain, oh my goodness. And he got caught in that right on a tricky technical road that has had problems with water rushing over it, bringing rock and gravel. Because of the forest fire last year, it took out a lot of the trees, of course, and then the soil becomes unstable. So, yeah. And yesterday was his only day where we could go for a ride because he's going back today being Sunday. And yesterday it was raining, but at my place it was only spitting, right? So I said, hey, come on over and we'll go for a little spin. And he did, and we did. We went out for a little ride. And when we got to a little further up from here, it started to rain heavy. It just steadily increased, and we got soaked. He had rain gear, except for his boots. He had cowboy boots on. So they were pretty squishy by the time we were halfway through our ride. And my rain gear, well, it's not really rain gear at all. I had a over jacket over top of my field shear mesh jacket. And the over jacket I thought was wind and waterproof. I know it's windproof. I've used it many times, but I don't ride in the rain. I don't like riding in the rain. And when it started to really come down, I'll tell you, that jacket just let every little bit through. And I had my Kevlar lined riding jeans on, and of course, as you can imagine, they just became very heavily soaked with water. And my boots, they are not waterproof. My proper riding boots are not waterproof. And so they became soggy. So I was a soggy mess. Anyway, we went for lunch after and had a good lunch, and then we went over to the Yamaha BMW dealer where he picked up some proper Dainese riding boots that were waterproof. So he's set for his ride back anyway. However, the weather is going to be good for him all the way to Calgary. So I'm glad about that. It was nice to connect to him again. Absolutely. So I'm glad he came out. It's too bad it was just for a weekend, but you know, hey, you do what you can, right? I took the 300, as I am today as well. I can ride in these boots in the 300, but I can't ride in these boots on the 650. So, taking Lucy out again today. But man, it's a nice day today. Really nice. I think the temperature is about 20 degrees, so absolutely ideal. I got my denim riding jacket on. This is Kevlar lined at the elbow areas, you know, that type of thing. But it's full armor. It's a nice jacket, very comfortable, and very reasonably priced, as were my Kevlar lined riding jeans. They were, I think, around $150. So that's pretty good, eh? Good quality, good price. I like it. Anyway, I thought I would do the ride today that I was intending to do with Adrian. So I'll include highlights of various areas of that ride as I go here. So Adrian, if you're watching, this is what we didn't do. So this section of highway, when we were on it yesterday, was just 2 rivers of water in the tire tread sections of the lanes. Yeah, not pleasant at all. So this is Pelmawash Parkway, that's what this road is called, and that's Wood Lake. And just up here is where we pulled over and decided to turn back because around here it was starting to pour. And it was becoming rather unpleasant to ride. So this little stretch used to be the highway, or part of the highway from Kelowna to Vernon, just out of Lake Country heading towards Vernon. And then they restructured everything and built the new highway up there. So it's 4-lane, you know. And this is now a nice recreation area by the lake. People can come and have a little picnic and do some walking, some cycling. As you see, it's very popular. So that's all good. So the area that we're going to come up to here, the road we're going to turn onto, is a road between the lakes. So that lake, like I said before, is Wood Lake. And this road divides Wood Lake from Kalamalka Lake. We won't be seeing that because you have to go maybe half a mile, you know, and there's the lake. But that's what goes on here. This road just divides the 2 lakes. Kalamalka Lake is a beautiful lake. It's interprets to roughly a lake of many colors, because in the sunshine, like on a day like today, if you view it from a distance, oh my goodness, there's so many colors, you know, turquoise and dark blue and kind of amber tones, and it's a very pretty lake. So this area is called Oyama, and we're going to be turning right in a moment onto Oyama Road, right here. It's a nice little road. It's pretty in sections, just rural residential, you know, some farming areas, fruit growing. There's a nice view there. Very, very pretty. Apple orchards there, and that looks like grapes. I like these nice loop rides, you know, that where I can get off the highway just onto these rural roads. Not too much traffic, not too many side streets intersecting, that type of thing. Makes for an enjoyable ride. Ooh, new pavement. Not for long. There's the lake again. That's the end of it. We're just coming down back into Lake Country now, and then we'll go across the highway and down to Okanagan Center. There's usually lots of cows here, but not today. They must be busy. So now we're on the road which will take us down into Okanagan Center. I used to cycle this way from Kelowna. Well, not exactly where I've just ridden, but cycled out to this point and then down into Okanagan Center and up the hill again. It's not for the faint of heart or the unfit, I tell you. It's quite the hill when you're on a bicycle. So the lake that you can see ahead of you is Okanagan Lake. And Okanagan Center is a little community that skirts along the edge of that lake. Very nice little out-of-the-way place. I like this section of road when there's no traffic, as you can imagine. Nice little curvy stretch. And we all like curves, right? Yeah, so this would be a pretty nice community to live in, I would think, if, if this lifestyle appealed to you, right? Just a relaxed lifestyle by the water. Maybe you have a boat or a canoe or what have you. For a family, yeah, pretty nice. Places to stop for coffee, ice cream, whatever. A park for the kiddies. They do have a restaurant here, and I've never been in it. I should try it one day. Some nice homes here, Yeah, probably fairly expensive, I would imagine. Well, that one would be for sure. But our home prices here are ridiculously expensive, no matter where you go. So a place like this, kind of desirable, right? It wouldn't be cheap. Got to have close to $1 million to get into a home here where I live. They've gone down a bit recently to about 700,000 to 800,000 for the bottom end. But that's still ludicrous. So I'm going to turn in here and go for a wee break. So that's Okanagan Lake. And yeah, it's a pretty nice lake. It's 80 miles long, stretches from Penticton to Vernon. Lots of water sports going on. Well, we will motor on here. Such a beautiful day. We have a couple Harleys up ahead of us. Well, we had to get by the Harleys. That little section I do like to take a little faster than they were. Gotta watch for gravel. Always. Always, always, always. So we're coming back into Lake Country now. And then we'll take a nice little route back to Kelowna. It's a winding road, but being a Sunday, it'll have traffic. So this road is Glenmore Road, and like I said, it'll take us right back into Kelowna. And here's where we leave Glenmore Road, get on to Scenic Road. And we're right in the, well, not right, but we are in the city now. So we're back home. And on that note, Adrian, if you're watching, I hope that you found this interesting. What we intended to do if it were a nice sunny day like it is today. So that was a nice little ride. It's a little over an hour and a half, something of that sort. And yeah, it's just a nice short ride. I like rides of that length. Just, to me, the perfect length to enjoy. It's not an endurance test. Yeah, sure. Pull in front of me. Yeah. Perfect, perfect distance. I like it. Anyway, that's it, folks. So, you guys, you take care. You ride safe, you have fun, and I will catch you on another one.